Check, check, mic check. What is this? Yo. It's your boy Kev. I'm about to freestyle. Nice playing, bro. Yo, the Yankees won a game. Oh, shit. Can you believe it? Nah. The Yankees won? Nah. Yo, 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 yo. Trickle in. What's up, chat? Yo, showing love to the Cuzos, bro. Yes, sir. Yo, showing love to the Cuzos. That's Loops, Nota He, and Jose Lora today on the intro. Those are my cousins, my boys. Very good. You can find them in YouTube. The song is called Naufrago, Naufrago. Spanish rap. They use a lot of live instruments and stuff like that, so it's dope. I like to use them for my intros. Very relaxed. Since it's late night with Kev, you know what I'm saying? So we got to do what it do. But the Yankees won a ball game today, guys. Can you actually believe that, man? The Yankees have won a ball game. Shout out, FL Diver, Robert O'Connor. What's up, guys, in the chat? How's everybody doing? Hope you like the tunes. But, yeah, man, the Yankees have won a game. How you guys feeling in the chat? How you guys feeling? Let me know. So, first and foremost, smack that like, hit that sub if you're going to listen to this later. I know I get a lot of messages where people listen to this a little the day after because I do get on late. So, a lot of people listen to this back in the morning. So, remember to leave your comments and reactions if you want. Feeling good, man, tonight. No stress. The Yankees have what's up, Tony Riff? The Yankees have won a ball game, guys. Shout out. Let's go start off right at the I got the box score right here. But to me, I mean, shout out to Goldie and David Bednar, man. That was the Yankees desperately needed that that W. They were about to lose the third place at the wild card spot, not a place you want to be at. Yankees have lost 5 straight before snapping that 5th game, that last game right there. So huge W for the New York Yankees. So that being said,
smacky the likey, hitty the subby.
So let me just go through the box score right quick. We had Rodon for 5 innings, 3 Ks, 4 walks. You don't love that. Got hit, 6 hits. Questionable calls. The ump was really rough in this game. So Mark Leiter Jr. then came in for 1. He got the win. Tim Hill came in for 2/3. De Los Santos came in for 2/3 for a huge to get out of that inning. A huge out there. And then Bednar, too, also getting out of an inning there. So he had 5 Ks, an inning and 2/3, gets that 18th save of the season. And the Yankees have won a ball game. Oh, shit. But shout out to Booney.
It's right in front of us.
It was right in front of us today, and the Yankees actually won. So that's nice to see. But, yeah, man, nothing you could do much when it comes to what has happened before this game. I want to get into it a little bit as we got more people in there. Bednar's our savior. Megan Vogler, how's it doing? Shout out to the chat. MLJ looked good. Mark Leiter Jr., listen, the Yankees are not going to go away from Mark Leiter Jr., so they're going to need him to be good. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing much you can do. He's going to be part of this. Sorry. Clicked on. I was going to share it on Twitter here and got the sound back. But, yeah, man. So, Mark Leiter Jr., yeah, he looked good. I'm glad they brought up De Los Santos. We were talking about that on our Twitter spaces earlier and stuff like that, like where was De Los Santos and why wasn't he up here? De Los Santos is having a great year. Yo, can I get the... One second. Yeah, De Los Santos is having a great year. So wanted him up here. We need Posada. You know what, Megan? I actually bought Posada's book. Um, My Life in Pinstripes, The Road to some. I forgot the name of it. I got, but I'll share it on Twitter. I just started reading it. I was recommended by a couple of people to read it. So I'll let you guys know what I think about it. I mean, it's Jorge Posada. I can't imagine the type of player he is, the caliber player he was, the type of family man, and the way he played the game with respect, and was a great teammate. I'm pretty sure that book is going to be phenomenal. So, yeah. So, shout out to Jorge Posada. But yeah, man. So I want to let's get into the nitty gritty here. The Yankees won. I also said on Twitter, why didn't the Yankees give Judge Somerset is home? These two days he could have got some reps at Somerset and leave Giancarlo Stanton, who's obviously been scorching hot these last couple of days. When it comes to the bat, right? We saw that, what was it, 115 mile per hour rope of a home run he had the night before. I don't understand the Yankees just not like, like, I don't know what it is these days. Maybe the bigger guys, maybe because it wasn't that crazy of an injury, but for you to catch up, or live BP is not the same. I don't care what anybody says. It was just get the little bit of rust that he had from not seeing live pitching. Even though you saw if anybody came up to pitch to you, it's not the same. Just a couple of bats in Somerset while Giancarlo would have finished this series, and then you can go on the next series and see if Giancarlo's is going to play the outfield. What are the Yankees going to do about that? A bunch of interesting moves that the Yankees can do when it comes to now judging have to DH. Very important series with the Astros coming up. So the Yankees are going to need offense. If not for nothing, but if you look at the 5-game stretch, the Yankees got shut out twice and scored less than 5 runs 3 times. Besides that insane game on Friday, August 1st. Now, and this is what I'm saying. Like, you don't have. I mean, I just would have loved to see Giancarlo these last 2 games and see if the Yankees could have put up some better offensive numbers. Then you bring him against Evaldi. I know he has good numbers against Evaldi, but again, he hasn't seen live pitching in so long. So I'm sorry, man. I'm just in the type that it's just 2 games in Somerset and let Giancarlo get. When Giancarlo is on his game, when he has his ace swing and that dude is nasty, bro. We've seen the runs that he can go through during the playoffs. So I just wanted the Yankees to capitalize a little bit more on that. Shout out to everybody trickling in. Smack that like, hit that sub. Jacob Petruzzi in the chat. What's up, my guy? J Cass. Are you going to be able to dual live stream with Pete? You guys do awesome together. J Cass. Yeah, me and Pete. So Bronx or Nothing has been a little crazy this year. We didn't really have a specific date for it. We didn't know who was going to go on, so we decided to do. A lot of people loved me, Francis, and Pete all together, so we were doing that. Francis has been on a personal leave, traveling the world while doing God's work. I believe it's for his church. Shout out to Francis. He was traveling to, I believe, in Italy. He was in Germany, all that. So shout out to him. And yeah, so but I'm gonna do a couple of games with Pete. We already did 2, I think. We're gonna continue to do Bronx or Nothing here or there. I'm gonna try and do. I told him I'm available for designated spitters if one night Francis can't do it as well. Yeah, shout out to Pete. He's a big reason of me continuing to do what I do, and the NYY underground community, which a lot of people here are. So yeah, we're gonna, of course, man. Me and Pete, man. I mean, calling the live games too, bro. Forget about it. I can't wait for the playoffs. The Yankees got to make it there first to see what game we're gonna call out there in Legacy, which we have a blast. So shout out to you guys. Always go out there. Francis, aka Mr. International, you got that right. But yeah, man. So back to the Yankees. That Friday game was wild. I haven't gone on since the trade deadline, so I just want to say that I give and I was on with Pete though for the 7-hour stream he had at the deadline day. I did give it an A-. I mean, I think beefing up this bullpen with guys like Bednar, Doval, adding key bench pieces like Caballero and Ahmed Rosario, who you guys saw that can hit very well against lefties. Last year, we had to pinch hit Trevino against because it's the only righty bat we had in our bench. So you went from that to having Caballero, Ahmed Rosario, and on specific nights, either Ben Rice or Giancarlo Stanton will be on the bench. So those are going to be bench pieces and for that you can bring in for a late inning pinch hit. Not saying that Giancarlo is not a starter, but you know that sometimes he rests 2-3 days a week. So those days he's going to be available to pinch hit, obviously, which I believe he has a pinch hit home run this year. So shout out to him. Goldie had a pinch hit home run. The power surge of Goldie, are we getting that back? Shout out to him doing that. But I wanted to mention something that I mentioned earlier today on X. The Yankee starters, the last time a Yankee starter went 6 innings was Wednesday, July 30th against the Tampa Bay Rays, and we won that game in extra innings in 11 innings. And that was another game that Devin Williams gave up, blew a save, and gave up the lead, and caused the Yankees to play another 2 more innings, which Tim Hill and also Luke Weaver had to come in relief and into that game. So that costly taxing the bullpen there for the Yankees. There's 2 things. The Devin Williams, we're going to touch that in a bit. But I wanted to address the issue about the Yankee starters. They need to go deeper than 5 innings. Rodon again today went 5 innings. The 4 walks probably killed them for him to be able to extend it to 6. The Yankees need to start getting into 6 1/3, 6 2/3. They need to start dancing around with the 7th inning. We haven't had last year. I believe Rodon and even Nestor were 2 guys that were able to go to the 7th here multiple times throughout the year. So that's huge for the bullpen. You can't be using getting 4 innings. So that's 12 outs every single night from your bullpen. There's only so much you can tax the bullpen, man. It is what it is. You're gonna need Max Fried to come back from this stretch that he's had. You're gonna need him to go another 7, maybe 8 here and there. I know 8 is a stretch, but you could definitely go 7. Rodon as well. We gotta get some of these starting pitchers to go. Even our younger guys, Schlittler, Warren, if they're in the 85, 90 pitch count and it's good, and I understand you have the bullpen that you think you have, because let's be honest, there's only a couple of guys now, including the guys that we traded, that we trust. I only trust Bednar, Doval. We just got him, but I trust him more than most of the guys we have in the pen. Tim Hill and Luke Weaver is iffy, but anybody else, Jerry De Los Santos has been very good. But you talk about Mark Leiter Jr., he looked good recently, but he hasn't been good all year. Johnny Loizaga, don't even get me started. Thank God Ian Hamilton is not on this bullpen anymore. So those guys have been insane. So the starters need to give you more length in order to preserve those arms, especially late in October, if the Yankees are going to make a deep run or not. I'm not going to make my comments about October now. There's still 40-plus games left. Still a lot of baseball left. The Yankees need to start having a better series. They need to start winning some series, maybe get a sweep in there. I know their last 20 games are pretty comfortable, but you still don't want to count on that, because you never know what can happen. I believe out of those 20 games, 3 are still with Boston, so that's going to be tough because they always play us good. So you can't talk about that. That's not a hole. That's a closet. This is my son's closet. That's how you open everything up, right? That's like the handle. Doesn't have an actual handle. It's just a little hole that you push in and out. Right? This is my. All right, it's a closet. All right, guys, it's not a hole. Well, let me introduce you to. That's a Knicks sign right there. Top, you got Tanjiro, right? You got a Judge bobblehead. Sorry, I can't. There's a gator there. You can't see the gator. There's a Yankee shot glass, New York Giants helmet. I got the 62 bobblehead in the back. I haven't taken it out of the package yet. I was supposed to do multiple shelves. I've been lazy. But no, that's not a hole, guys. But yeah, man. So getting back to this a little bit here. Now let's get into Devin Williams. All right, this is the fun part. Let's see if this works. All right, give me a second. Let me just bring this down a little bit. Right. Here we go. All right, guys. Let's see if this works. All right, boom. So right here I got Mr. Devin Williams' splits. So yes, the month of August has only been 2 appearances, but it's been abysmal. Um, Not even gonna get into the ERA. It doesn't really make sense because that's super inflated. He did give up 3 runs. July, he did have a little. I believe early July he was in a little roll there. He looked pretty good, but when you look at the entire month of July, a 5.73 ERA, 7 earned runs, 2 home runs, 5 walks. It's just continues. I think obviously June is the month that where he was in the 8th inning for most of it, I believe. That's when he lost his job and he became a 7th or 8th inning guy, mainly 8th. He had a ERA under 2, and then May and April. I don't want to relive that shit. It was horrendous. So his numbers haven't looked great lately all year. I don't understand the infatuation of the New York Yankees to continue to give guys the negative war at this point. I wanted to show. Okay, his innings pitched because somebody was talking about, he's tired. So he's pitched 58 and 60 innings, 2022, 2023. Last year he was hurt for most of the year, so he only pitched 20 innings. So I can't, you can't use the fatigue excuse for this year of Devin Williams. He is, we don't know what it is. I've really never seen a guy go this bad. I mean, if it was in the 3 ERAs, okay, but my man's in over 5, so. Still has 17 appearances to hit around 60, so the fatigue shouldn't be a factor. There's just no reason for him to be that bad. It's insane, man. So the Yankees seem to do this time and time again where they fall in love with specific people. Last year it was Verdugo. DJ LeMahieu has done this 2 years for this team. Prior to DJ LeMahieu, it was Josh Donaldson no matter what. Mark Leiter Jr., when he first got traded, they would put him in high leverage situations when he was still figuring it out. And it's just, gotta stop with the ums, man. And it's just very, very tiring to see the Yankees continue to do this, where it's like it's either an ego thing. I have to believe it is because the numbers don't make sense. It just does not make sense to pitch Devin Williams in this state. It's just not. And this is what I mean, where the people who love the spreadsheets and people who love the numbers, the human factor comes into play. Can he pitch in New York? Yes or no? It doesn't look like he can. He can't handle it. We don't know why. I don't love his body language. I'm not gonna go great into it. You're never gonna have good body language when you give up a lead like that for your team. So I understand that, but most of the part, even on his good days, he just looks. Maybe that's the way he is. I don't know. I didn't follow the guy when he was in Milwaukee. His body language doesn't speak a great deal. Not going to go much into that, but I feel like he didn't want to be here. He thought he was going to be a Dodger. I believe those were the first words that came out of his mouth anyway. That was stupid. So you can argue whatever you want about not believing in the human factor or whatever the case may be, but it is there. It is living proof. Joey Gallo went from hitting 40 home runs to becoming what he became after that. The psyche of New York, the constant media pressure, the fans who constantly watch you, it messes with some players. He got here. They changed the beer policy. I believe he was one of the probably the guys that pushed for it. I'm not going to say it was only for him. It was something that was talked it was in the works for a while. So, but again, guys, this guy has not shown up besides the month of June and shown us the Devin Williams. And then that was in the 8th inning. Thank you, Issy. Shout out to the chat. Make sure you smack that like, hit that sub. So you guys tell me, honestly, chat, there's 13 of you here. I think that bridge is done with. There's no reason Devin Williams should close another game for the New York Yankees, I would say, ever. He's a free agent. I don't want to see him back here. I don't think he should come back here. I think he should go somewhere else. If you believe that Devin Williams should not close another game for the New York Yankees. 2, if you think that he should get another chance. So one's FL Diver. Don't start me with Caleb Durbin. One's if you think Devin is done. 2, if you think he should give him the Yankees should give him another shot. They got Bednar, they got Doval, they got even Hell, they got even Luke Weaver. Shit, I'd rather close the game with Tim Hill. I mean, how many chances is this guy gonna get? How many times do we have to sit here do this type of shit as a Yankee fan, my man? If it's not DJ LeMahieu, it's Aaron Hicks. It was Josh Donaldson, and now it's just nip it in the bud. The trade didn't work out. You gave up Nestor Cortez, who's giving up bombs to Corbin Carroll today. Gave up a bomb shot, and Caleb Durbin is the only one that it stung a little bit. You got Devin Williams. It is what it is. I'm not hating the trade because we would have got pissed if he would have went to the Dodgers. So I can't kill the trade. I would have said that maybe the Yankees could have traded another piece for instead of because Caleb could have been that righty guy. I'm gonna show you his numbers right now for Caleb Durbin as a Milwaukee Brewer. You guys tell me if he's not having a decent year. So this is Caleb Durbin. He has a 2.2 WAR at this point. He has 103 OPS plus. Looks like he had a tough game last night. He was at 108, I think, the couple of days. This is what I love about him. A 262 batting average with a 346 on base. Yes, only 5 home runs. This is why I believe that the Yankees didn't really believe in him because he doesn't slug. But he was a guy who was playing third, second. He can play outfield as well. I believe in fielding. Hold on. Well, he's at 0. Yeah, I believe he had a 1 or 2 defensive run save. Out above average, he's not doing bad either. I believe he had 4 or 5, something like that. So he's a plus defender at third, and he would have been a really, really good option for the Yankees as a righty bat. A guy with speed, could lead off if you really wanted to, I think. But another guy who would be very good for this team and probably would have done a better job than Cabrera and Peraza. Definitely better than Peraza. I mean, shit. But my whole thing with the Devin Williams, again, I don't think, and I see a bunch of ones. Thank God I didn't see a 2 in the chat because I'm like, yo, there's no reason this guy should close another game for the New York Yankees. Sweet baby Jesus, his team is ass. It's been ass, bro. I can't disagree with you, man. Shout out to the chat, Robert O'Connor. Too much trust and not enough common sense with this team. And that's my whole thing with what's going on at the moment. There's no trust. We don't trust the team to make the right decisions. It's not only that the fans are criticizing. Of course, for baby Jesus, you had to be the one to put to. It's not that the fans are the ones telling you some of the things don't make sense. Remember when we were telling the Yankees that IKF wasn't a good shortstop, and they were saying that their numbers say he is, and this, that, and the third, and it took to an elimination game for them to put Peraza. This is something that we were talking about when we first opened this channel. We were talking about this stuff. So again, time and time again, the Yankee front office likes to speak to their fans like they don't know what they're talking about, and we get put down by the spreadsheet boys, and that's what I'm gonna call them. I love that name, the spreadsheet boys. That shit is hilarious. You guys know who you are. Listen, I like analytics as well, but I don't live and die by them. There has to be a nice balance there. It's baseball at the end of the day. Jack Curry's criticized Boone on Yes Network. I mean, everybody should criticize Boone. I mean, again, I don't understand going to Devin Williams after he's been struggling. I believe before he gave up that bomb to Jock, I think the last 3 outings he had given up a run or even 2 in one of those stints. So he was already showing you the signs of decline. He was already telling you that he was about to implode, and you put him in a situation where, yes, it's a 0-0 ball game. We don't have we weren't going to win without hitting. That's obvious. But still, man, it's mind-boggling that this front office continues to do this stuff. All jokes aside, I agree. Issy says it's the arrogance directed at the media and the fans. It's always our fault. Guys, that's my main thing that I get really pissed. It's always our fault. We need to bring our expectations down. It's not championship or bust anymore. It's always something with the fans. No, brother, we're the fans are the ones who pay those insane ticket prices and pay $15 beers and what is it, $30 for a Judge Burger with no fries. That it's the fan that goes out there, pays for $45, $50 parking. You know what I'm saying? I remember that one time we got rained out. They let us all inside the stadium. I must have spent $150 almost in food already and liquor and parking, and got rained out. They could have called it earlier. Everybody knew it was going to rain and it wasn't going to be able to get done. But so I'm sorry, man. I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak loudly. I'm going to speak passionately because a lot of this fan base, NYU, is passionate fans, and we speak the way we speak, and some people rubs people the wrong way. I don't give a poop. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. The New York Yankees need to clean up their act. You cannot tell me that you traded for 2 legit closers and you're going to continue to close a guy that has a 5 ERA. The fact that even Boone said that shit was wild. Instead of him just saying, like, we're going to play it by ear, we're going to see where we're going to play matchups. It's nice to have a couple of guys in the pen that are able to do the job. That's it. Look how easy I did that. Shit. You want me to be part of the PR of the New York Yankees? I'll help you out how to show a little bit of accountability but not throw people under the bus. You can't put lipstick on a pig, bro. You're trying to bullshit a bullshitter, a New Yorker, a fan of the Yankees, bro. You're not gonna bullshit us, man. It is what it is. We're gonna keep it a buck. We're gonna keep it a stack, 100, whatever you want to call it. All right. Rest in peace, the New York Yankees, 1903 and 2009. That's funny. T-Rev says, I've been saying we have more pride wearing Yankees gear than some of these guys. This team needs an identity. This team, they do need a vocal leader. I'm not going to shit on Judge because Judge is the captain. We don't know what he does behind closed doors. And Judge does too much for this team on the field to expect him to be fucking going locker to locker, telling guys to whatever the case may be. There has to be other people to step up and help him. It was clear that CeCe Sabathia was a vocal guy in the Yankees clubhouse. There needs to be other people that come and step up and talk to these younger guys. Even if Boone is not holding them accountable, I mean, we don't know if the Giancarlos or anybody else are doing this, but there has to be other people to be vocal and be like, man, you got to know how many outs there are, man. I mean, and what do the Yankees front office do? The Yankees lead. I mean, the Yankees are the lowest team and outs on the bases. Well, the Yankees are also the last team on extra bases taken. They're not aggressive. They're station to station. Shit, today I saw Jason walk and Volpe swing at the first pitch. Can you give Jason a pitch or two to steal second base for you, bro? So he can score on a base hit for you? It's a much different way of pitching with a guy on second than a guy on first. And this is what the spreadsheet nerds don't understand. There's aspects to the game within the game that if you haven't played the game, sometimes you forget while you're just looking at a piece of paper. Because this game is played by humans, man. They're played by humans. So as much as you love your spreadsheets and all that shit, I'm sorry, sometimes you still got to go to plain old baseball, baby. So all I'm saying is this team needs a voice. The team looked... The vibe of last year's team was amazing. Brian Hoke talked about it. A lot of people talked about it. We talked about it. It just looked great. They played loose. They had fun. I'm not saying that the Yankees should play uptight. What I'm saying is there is no, like, how long are we going to continue to be the laughingstock of the MLB at this point? You can't argue that. We make, out of the 25 outs on bases, at least 6-7 of those were boneheaded plays. And Glaber's not here for fans to blame Glaber. As you can see, it was not only Glaber. This is an organizational issue. As soon as somebody else starts to talk about it, now everybody wants to come back. And well, not everybody. The spreadsheet boys who are normally the Boone defenders, the Avengers of Aaron Boone. That just gave me a funny idea. This organization the Yankees. I'm not clamoring to put an a player as a manager, but you have a plethora of legends you can choose to. Some of them have to want to be around, or maybe have something to do with with the organization in some way to be able to keep that. The Yankees love the tradition, the lore of the pinstripes and the house that Babe built, and this, that, and the other. And now the Yankees are looking just like another team. Well, even though other teams stepped up their game to play the New York Yankees, which in itself, it is the right mindset to be like, it's just another team, but you should not be fucking how you call it. You shouldn't be. I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry. The Spanish is kicking in, guys. The Yankees, you shouldn't let somebody disrespect you in your own house. Embarrass. I'm sorry. I can't believe I couldn't think of that word. The Yankees, by multiple teams throughout this season, have been embarrassed. They were embarrassed. The Dodgers came and embarrassed them. The Toronto Blue Jays have done it on multiple occasions. The Boston Red Sox, the Mariners. So it's just like, when is some pride going to kick in? When is that love for the pinstripes going to kick in? When is that New Yorker, that the vibe that we give you, when is that going to kick in? When is that voice going to kick in? Is it going to come anytime soon? The Yankees need an identity. They need a voice. They don't have it. I've been saying this for a while. This team does not. It doesn't have an identity. They're not. People shouldn't disrespect you in your house. I get it. Sometimes it happens, this, that, and the third. But I mean, the amount of games that the Yankees just have been like. Could it be that the Yankees peaked in the beginning of the year? We don't know. 40 games yet. I'm not going to give up on them because I'm a Yankee fan through and through. So I can't. But this team needs to figure it out and needs to come together quick and come up with a voice and identity and the swagger to what being a New York Yankee is, man, because they don't have it right now. They need balls. Absolutely, they need balls. Huge balls.
¡Ay, mi madre!
You don't add enough value to our roster to present like that.
Fucking love that drop. But yeah, man, the Yankees need a voice. I want to give a brief shout out. I'm gonna start doing this more on these shows because a lot of people hit me up on the side and be like, "You've been talking about this person, Noah. You've been talking about this person in the minors, the Augustin Ramirez, the Caleb Durbins a couple years ago. I talked about guys like that, and now letting you know, for example, I mean, it's obvious that Carlos LaGrange is the next best thing of the New York Yankees, but I gotta give this kid some love, man. Let's look at the. That's how I look at the chat. Don't judge me. So right here, shout out to Yankees Farm. This is a great page to follow on Twitter at Yankees Farm. Shout out to Los. He does an insane job. He got Player of the Month. 3 starts this month. 2-0, 1.27 ERA, an 84 WHIP with 21 and a third innings pitched, 7 hits, 11 walks. So the walks is yes, that's not something, and he's gotten a lot better when it comes to his control. 31 Ks, his K per 9, 13.1. You love to see that shit. 38.8 K percentage, 2.48 FIP. My guy, for him to have a whip under 1 with 11 walks in 20 plus innings is wild. So that means the guy, even though he walks people, he's very hard to hit. I also want to shout out this guy who's having a great year as well. ERC. This was a couple days ago. 7 innings, 8 Ks, and 2 walks and 2 hits. This is another guy. I was hoping that the Yankees held on to him in the trade deadline. We got him for Narvi. The Boston Red Sox fans were making fun of us for Narvi. I'm telling you, when this kid comes up, you're not gonna regret trading Narvi until you see Austin Wells hit. Besides that, man, a couple of moves there. Angel Urena got sent to from Tampa. Spencer Jones, we all know this guy. This month of July, insane. 419, 1.4 OPS, 17 extra base hits, 11 home runs, 23 RBIs, His K percentage went down to 22%. WRC plus at 252. You gotta love what the Yankees minor league system is doing. This was this is ERC before the game that I just showed you. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 walk, 8 Ks. I'm telling you, these are video game numbers, and these are some of the guys that went from DSL that are making some moves. I believe Kent as well was moved up to Hudson Valley. That was one of the draft picks from this year. So shout out to the guy right there. But shout out to Yankee Farm, guys. I'm telling you, you want to follow that account. He does great with the minor league prospects. Guys, anybody in the chat, you guys are a fan of anybody, drop them in there. I was a big fan of Rock Riggio. The Yankees ended up trading him as well. So, yeah, man, the Yankees have a plethora of arms, and we didn't even talk about Brock, who's been good lately. Who was this other guy? Hold on. I'm going to tell you. He had a good game, too. Caden Kent is who went to Hudson Valley, guys. That's another shortstop the Yankees drafted. Jeff Kent's son. Brendan Beck, sorry. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 8 Ks. So, yeah, man, the Yankees have a plethora of pitching they can choose from in the minors. Are they all going to hit? That remains to be seen. But the farm of the New York Yankees is very, very, very good shape, especially after the trade deadline. Trading for those pieces and not being able to give up none of those guys was huge, man. Very, very much so. So ERC will win the award in August, says Craig. Yeah, man, I believe you. Will Cashman ever give these kids a chance, though? Jason, that is the question that we all ask. Oh, Kyle Carr. Yes, that's another one. Yes, thank you, Craig. Was that Jason? Jason, that's the question that we got to see, man. Are the Yankees going to go ahead and give them a shot that they deserve? Lalane is coming back from injury, so that's why I haven't mentioned him yet. Got to give him a couple more. I want to give him a couple more starts, but he's back. Hopefully he can stay off IL, man. He's another guy that projects, that has a high ceiling as well. Similar stature. He looks kind of like Carlos, a little skinnier than Carlos. But he projects to be a high ceiling as well. But you got to stay on the field. So shout out to Lalane. Guys, smack that like, hit that sub for me if you're just dropping in. We're talking a little bit of prospects. I'm going to start doing this more and more. I'm going to give you guys another right here. This is Brendan Beck. This is how he looks this year. He has a sub-3 ERA, 288 for the year, a 99 whip. I love that, man. I love that when I see that, man. So, yeah, the strikeouts on par with innings pitched, that's not great. But, again, not everybody's going to be a high strikeout guy. There's guys that are pitchers instead of throwers. This is Carlos's numbers for the year. He's at 365. I like to see the split, though. It was more in Hudson Valley. He had a 4 ERA. He had a couple 40 innings there. But as soon as he came up to AA, he has a 322 ERA in total for the year for Carlos. And then I wanted to show you guys how MLB has the rankings. George, Carlos, Cam. I'm not going to argue with this 1, 2, 3. But here, yes, Spencer, I'll give him 4. I like ERC more than Cunningham and Ben Hess. Maybe I'm also a sucker to the guys who are going to come up quicker as well. So, and then you got the guys like we were talking about. Chase needs to come back, man. You got the Brock Selvage here. We haven't really talked about him much, but let me go and look at his stats for the year. It's not great. He did look good the day I went to see him pitch, but he's coming back from injury, so you got to give him some time. There's a line, and he's ranked 11th. And then Cal Carr, man, I think he should be in the top 10 already. But when you look at this, man, the Yankees, bro, I'm telling you, a lot of you guys maybe not into the prospect world, but a lot of these guys, man, they're in a good spot. So, yeah, that's a little bit. I'm going to start doing that more, giving some updates when it comes to the prospects, because a lot of people always say, Kevin, you mentioned this guy. Remember you mentioned this guy and that guy, and I want to continue to give you guys a little bit either where to find the information in Yankees Farm. I'll give you updates here and there about how our guys are doing in the minors. All good stuff. All good stuff. Guys, the next 3 games: Hunter Brown, Framber, and then TBD. I believe tomorrow you have Cam Schlittler, Will Warren, and I think it's Max Fried on Sunday. So very important series for the Yankees. The Texas Rangers are playing the Phillies, so you want to be able to take at least two from Houston. They're in a decent spot in the first place. They're still in striking distance from the other 2 teams as well. Luckily, Seattle. Let me see how their division is looking. Now that we said that, 1 second, because maybe I'm just talking out. Because I think they hit a little bit of a. So let's go over here, guys, and look. So the Astros are actually 2.5 games. That's striking distance. I like to say striking distance is anything from 3 and below. So, and the Rangers are 4.5. So, but again, a stretch of them going 4-1, 4-1, and the Astros going 2-3. That flips this entire thing upside down. So the Yankees have fallen the 6th. And it's insane to see this, man. I really don't understand what's going on, man. This is ridiculous. I don't want to get into that again. But, yeah, the Guardians, man, they can make a late push, even though we know that they're not going to have a closer. They're going to run out of a couple of guys because they didn't have an interpreter back there, the Guardians, to help out Ortiz and Class A. And, yeah, man, so the Yankees have the Rays they're still right there. They're below 500 right now, but you never know. So the Yankees have to clean up their act if they're going to think they're going to take a playoff spot. It's just it's clear as day. And if they don't, I don't know what to tell you, my man. Schlittler, heel. Yes. Heel of Max Fried on Sunday, right? Yes, see? So, yeah, man, smack that like, hit that sub. Thank you guys for joining in. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the prospects and about how this game with Bednar and the Yankees needing to win this game. Very, very important game. And the Yankees were able to pull away with the win. If you guys are listening to this again on the back play, give you a little bit of depth there with some of our guys in the minors that the Yankees were able to hold on to. They were very high on and look poised to have a decent impact on this either starting rotation or bullpen in the future. Carlos throws gas. Schlittler throws gas. Now you have Doval. Hale throws gas. All those guys throw gas. FL Dyer, no problem, man. Thank you, man. We're trying to do something here, late night, relax. We interact more with you guys. A little bit more shooting the shit, as I like to call it. Just baseball talk, you know what I'm saying, with the team that we love and hate at times. Because I'm going to tell you what, brother. I'm going to tell you what. Those New York Yankees, when they fell to 5 games losing, I swear to God, I was going to take my shotgun and shoot my Yankee flag for about 54 times. And, man, I don't know what kept me from doing that, but maybe because I really like that flag. My daddy gave it to me. But, yeah, man, the Yankees need to go on a roll here, man. Could they win maybe 2 in a row, get a little 3-game winning streak, and then, the Max Fried starts on Sunday, so you kind of won. Sweeping the Houston Astros is never going to be easy. I heard from the Houston fans that Framber's hitting a little bit of a rocky start. Correa is fucking back in the Bronx. Can't wait to see that drama. Again, these guys are going to play up to the Yankees. Will the Yankees match their energy? That's all we're asking, man. You can't let somebody walk into your house and stomp on your yard, man. It doesn't fly. It's not New York. It's not. You protect your house at all times. So all we're asking for the New York Yankees is to play with some fucking balls and protect your house. I know some people don't like when this part of the fan base speaks that way, but it's the truth, man. This is competitive sports. You got to compete. You can't lay down. The fuck are we doing? We're the New York Yankees, man. You don't want to charge premium prices, but they want to play like shit? No, we ain't going to let you fly. So just play with some pride, man. You put it on the fucking pinstripes, man. What are we doing? Like, you saw the smile on Bednar's face, and Doval, I heard he went and introduced himself to everybody on the plane. Like, those guys are happy to be with the New York Yankees, even though the Yankees have been flip-flopping a little bit as of lately. But the identity needs to switch. We need to not switch. We need the Yankees need an identity, as I said. The urgency and playing with grit and competing needs to hit another level, and they got to play better. Oh shit! Where is it? Where is it?
It's right in front of us. It's right here, and we can fix it.
We can fix it. God damn it! And I'm just gonna play this one more time for Devin Williams.
You don't add enough value to our roster to present like that.
All right, change your body language, bro. We traded for you. You're a New York Yankee. I get you're going through your shit. You're still going to be here, obviously. So fucking just flip the switch. Have a fuck you mentality. Fuck everybody. Even if it's to you. Fuck all the fans. You guys talk shit about me. As long as you're on the mound and you're dropping your nuts and the airbender is bending, nobody's going to care, man. It's how you finish, not how you start, even though we're giving you a lot of shit right now because, man, you blew a lot of games. It is what it is. But switch the fucking, flip the fucking switch, my man. Just play, give us the Devin Williams. The last 2 months of the year, man. Flip the fucking switch. Bend the shit out of the airbender, bro. I just want to shout out the chat one more time. Kev, I could see people dressing up as a... You know what's funny? That if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw, you ones in the chat, if you saw the Neris debacle where Neris balked on purpose so the guy from Boston could go, I believe it was Story, on second could go to third so he could stop relaying the signs. And the guy on the call was like, it's funny to see Houston Astros complaining about sign stealing. That was hilarious. All right, that shit was funny as shit. The scare bender. That shit ain't bending lately. I'll tell you that much. But nah, man. So it was funny to hear that shit. To be like, yeah, it's funny to see, Jim. Isn't this funny? The Houston Astros are actually right now complaining about sign stealing. Would you ever think that you would see the day that the Houston Astros are complaining about sign stealing? Will it steal signs and will the Yankees or just start hopping at second? It was gonna be, hey man, I don't. Maybe he gets a little chippy. Carlos Correa is back. We all know he's a villain. He loves to be the villain. All I'm saying is, don't let this team come in New York and fucking disrespect the fucking Yankee Stadium, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Make a statement now. Boone's in the hot seat. Everybody's calling for Boone's job. He has an extension. I still don't think the Yankees are gonna fire him. But he's in the hot seat now. Now everybody's starting to talk about his managing. So when your team continues to look like some little leaguers, and you continue to make the post conference comments that you do, and continue to put in a 5 ERA closer when you have Bednar and Doval, people are gonna ask questions, my man. That is common sense. So, if it's one thing you guys could take today, the Yankees need to have an identity. They need to play with some urgency, and they need to respect the pinstripes and protect the house, man. You need to go out there and compete. Teams are going to still play up. These are the Yankees. They want to shit on the Yankees. They always want to play good against the Yankees, and the Yankees want to disregard it like it's just another team. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Go out there and leave it all on the fucking on the mound, bro. Tomorrow's an off day, so I don't know what games are on tomorrow. Let me see. Before I leave, I want to see what games are tomorrow so we can hate watch. Let's add the hate watch meter tomorrow. It's a little good segment we got there. So only 4 games tomorrow. The Oakland Athletics play the Nationals. Oakland Athletics. The Athletics play the Nationals. The White Sox play the Seattle Seahawks. The Cincinnati Bengals play the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Miami Dolphins play the Atlanta Rick Rosses. Cookie fucking Carrasco is starting for the fucking Atlanta Braves. JoJo, you want to talk shit and you got Cookie fucking Carrasco starting, bro? Fuck out of here. Yuri Perez is starting for the Mets. I mean, the Mets. God, no. Fuck that. So, all right, you got Paul Skeens, Logan, and that's a good 3 pitchers for a strikeout parlay right there, guys. Logan Gilbert, Paul Skeens, Perez, Cookie Carrasco for the under and the strikeouts there. But yeah, man. So obviously you want to hate watch the Mariners because they're in the wild card race. Hopefully, Logan Gilbert's on the mound though, so that's gonna be rough. And then the Marlins are playing the Atlanta Braves, so I'll probably tune into that to see what Agus does, and I'll probably catch some of the Paul Skeens games. So really, we only hate watching the Marlins tomorrow because they're fighting for a playoff spot with the wild card. But besides that, oh shit, we got 18. Smack that like, hit that sub, guys. Oh, you guys
Smacky no likey, hitty the subby.
Come on, let's get to 20.
Smacky no likey, hitty the subby.
If you're new, don't be afraid. We interact a lot with the chat here at Late Nights with Kev. Si habla español, tírame en español, yo te respondo en español. ¿Qué es lo que Kentucky? ¿Qué es lo que está pasando? No le pare a nada, que aquí estamos activos. Porque tú sabes qué, porque llegó KC. Y si no te gusta, vete para el diablo. ¿Tú sabes por qué? Porque yo soy el mejor. Yo soy el mejor.
Who the fuck hit the set button?
Oh shit! Shout out to Pete.
Why haven't you packed?
Because I'm playing with my prick.
Yeah, yo, Pete didn't come to my live, bro. That's messed up, bro. Pete, I know you awake, bro. I know you, bro. Shout out to Pete Simonetti and NYY on Del Grau. Que lo que toque fried chicken. Before I head out, shout out to everybody in the chat. T-Riv, Nathaniel, Yassine, OG Goku. I'm going to call you OG Goku, all right? Because I feel like it. All right, bro? FL Diver, Craig, Jacob Petrucci. He's probably in the space talking shit. Sweet Baby Jesus. Shout out to all you guys. Swift, who's probably going to listen to this later. Shout out to everybody. Kev, let me look at this. Oh, we're asking us to fire Boone immediately. That's not going to happen. I don't know. He will be here by September. Scarebender. Judge returned to home run form. I know he had a hit today. Kev, do you see the Yankees DFA? No, they're not going to DFA Williams. The Yankees are not going to DFA Williams. Not going to DFA Williams. Shout out to P who said trade him in the deadline, and we didn't trade him. And I was against it because the way that the bullpen looked, so I wasn't in favor of trading him. I know he had a hit today. I wasn't, but he's looked horrendous, and maybe we should have traded him and got anything for him. We don't know when he's going to finish the year out. Boone is a loser. He never had the makings of a varsity athlete. I'm going to add that shit to a drop. I am going to add that shit for a drop. Matter of fact, for you saying that, who said that? OG Goku. Let's find that shit right now. Never had the makings of a varsity athlete. We're gonna make that a drop right now with you guys. It's I could do that pretty easy, but I'm gonna go. You're gonna hear it, but I gotta record it. Let me see here. Let me see. I can't. They play? Why can't they just play the snippet of it? Let me see if it's in the short. Let me see. I hate that it played the whole like four. It was the whole scene, guys. So I can't sit here to buy the whole scene.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
See, right there. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, what the?
I had to add the what the. All right, let me see. All right, guys, let me see. Hold on. This is how cool I got this app that I could just record something in.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, what the?
Love it. Love it. Yes, save it. I can't wait for Pete to hear that. No, Sorry, guys. Do it live. That's what we're doing. We're doing it live. We're doing drops live. Shout out to OG Goku for this drop.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What the?
You gotta love it. Shout out to OG Goku, man. All right, guys, we got 17 watching still here. You guys want me to say it, cover anything right before I head out? I was gonna head out about 10 minutes ago, and now we just decided to do this drop.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What the?
So once crews come back, let me see. Let me go back. We got a close up of a goose. Yeah, man. This is, you know what? I'm gonna let's shout out my guy. I'm gonna show you guys this. All right, and this is why I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck war. My man is hitting 240, 239. The only thing I'm gonna tell you, Agus, is the on base percentage. Right, this needs to be 310ish, 315. But he doesn't strike out, guys. That's another thing. We'll look at that now. But he has 17 home runs, 239 batting average, slugging 450, has a 744 OPS. So OPS plus 102. So he's slightly above average. MLB hitter. But what people forget that he's a catcher. You know what I'm saying? Yes, his defense needs work. I get it. But shout out to Agustin Ramirez having a great year. He leads, I believe, rookies in home runs. 17, 239, 459 slug, 744 OPS with an OPS plus of 102. I'm going to say it in Spanish. Español para mi gente. Que es lo Kentucky Fried Chicken. Agustín Ramírez, líder de todos los novatos en la Nacional, la Liga, con 17 jonrones. Está bateando 239. Con un OVP de 285, un slogan de 459, OPS de 744 y un OPS plus de 102. O sea, sobre averaje, Agustín. Lo que quiero es que ustedes vean una vaina aquí. You guys gotta watch this. Oh, who the fuck hit the sad button? You heard it. We go both ways. Hey, yo. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. We speak 2 languages here, right? He has a total of 84 hits. So my man has 24 doubles, one triple. This is wow. 1 triple, 17 home runs. So more than half of his hits are extra bases, guys. That is wild, bro. We're talking about 31, 32, 42. Yes, around half of his hits are extra bases, bro. So shout out to Agustín Ramírez. Lo que básicamente dije fue que más de la mitad de lo doble, triple y jonrones, o sea, son extra base de los hits completos de Agustín. So this is why I don't like war. You're gonna tell me that a replacement player is any replacement player is gonna have a regular effect. He's at 0 basically. So another replacement player would do the same thing as Agustin Ramirez. I don't know if another average player hits 2 home runs on Saturday and the Yankees won that game. I don't know if an average baseball player in the clutch ties the game like he did in the first game of the Miami series. He tied the game with a single. And then also, yes, it was a freaking BABIP 10, 15 feet dribbler, but he kind of walked off. So, because the guy doesn't strike out, guys. I was going to show you. Yeah, I forgot to. He has 76 strikeouts in 375 plate appearances. So, shout out to Agustín Ramírez de lo mío personal. But, yeah, man, we covered a lot. Yeah, I don't, bro. I don't care for war. I don't. You're gonna tell me? You guys are telling me that Agustin Ramirez is not worth a couple of games? you serious, bro? Yasin says Eric Bolin said the Yankees don't teach fundamentals in the minors. Yes, they were talking about that on foul territory because Didi Gregorius talked about it. Man, there's so many back and forths with different ex-Yankees where they talked about they took the tees away from the minor leaguers, but then they come to the big leagues and they see guys hitting off tee, which I think it's really, really, that's horrendous, bro. Tee work is so underrated. I told that to youth sports, to kids who are learning the game. There's nothing wrong. T-ball doesn't end in T-ball. You continue to use the tee throughout your entire career. It is such a good tool. to help your swing. So Didi talked about it. Other guys talked about it. Clint Frazier kind of talked about it. And listen, people are saying, "Oh, but Boone," but people say that Boone doesn't address anybody. But look what Clint Frazier said. Yeah, Clint Frazier said that Boone doesn't act that way. So everybody paid attention to when he spoke in that tone, to when he was like kind of like, "What the fuck is going on? Let's pick it up." So that's what we're saying, man. You're such a nice guy. So when you speak, maybe they do listen. So flip the fucking switch. That's all we're saying. So thank you guys again. We hit the 1 hour mark. Smack that like, hit that sub. We'll do this again soon. I do go on vacation at the end of this month, so I'll probably want to do 1 or 2 more shows. If you're listening back to this and you want, I always say leave a question. I'll answer it on the next show. And yeah, man, thank you so much for everybody for watching. Have a good night. Again, I'm going to leave you with the Cuzzos. Where they at? Where they at? Bro, why they do this, bro? Why they gotta do this, bro? Bro. Why they gotta do this? Sorry, guys. It's making me sign into my. All right. I'll leave you with the Cuzzo Notaje with Loops, who is Vico C's son, by the way. And Jose Lo, that went now Frago. Peace out. I'll play for about a minute. Thank you so much, guys. Smack that like, hit that sub. You already know how it is. Let's go, Yankees! Díselo, Notaje. ¿Qué es lo que dice Notaje? Shout out to the Cuzzo. Fuck it, I'll show you guys a little bit of the video. It's pretty cool. I gotta respect them. They shot this video on their own with their own camera work and everything, man. Shout out to the Cuzzles, bro. All right, fellas, smack that like, hit that sub. Let's go, Yankees. Hablamos